Are you struggling to find unique, cheap CS2 skins that actually stand out and look good? Well, if yes, you're definitely not alone because most skins are extremely expensive. So what if I told you that today I will show you some of the best underrated skins that are cheap and look good at the same time. So, starting off with the AK Wasteland Rebel, which in field tested condition costs 60 euros. Unfortunately, it is now way more expensive due to the trade up update, but it used to be way cheaper and you never saw it in game because nobody used it. But I'm showing you this anyway, even though it's a bit more expensive now. It looks quite amazing, especially when paired with leather gloves. Let's take a look at this skin. Maybe you dislike the wooden texture, but hear me out. When you pair it with leather gloves, it looks absolutely amazing and you can make your whole inventory themed around wooden guns. Or you can just go simply for a brown and white combo. For example, for the knife, you can go for a Talon rust coat. I think that would be amazing, and you need to get the Talon then in quite high float if you want the blade to be brown, and I think this is quite a good skin. Yes, again, it is a bit expensive, but if you like it, you should get it. Up next we have the AK Steel Delta in field tested condition for about 1.5 euros. In this case I combined it with duct tape gloves. Again, Steel Delta I think is extremely underrated because you never see anyone using it. It is quite simple, like the skin is simple, but it looks nice in my opinion. It has this Damascus steel finish that I think looks nice. Maybe if the wooden parts were also Damascus steel, it would look better. I don't know, but I still like it. And if you did not know, in battle scar condition, the steel turns to brown steel. So keep that in mind if you want a full brown AK. Up next, we have the AK Cartel in field tested condition for around 16 euros. And I paired it again with leather gloves just because the silvery part of the skin can't really be paired perfectly. You could go for unhinged gloves, for example, so you want to pair the gloves with wooden parts. And in terms of this skin, I think it looks absolutely amazing. It's like a stock AK, but take a look at these engravings. They look so clean to me. I don't know what is it, but this AK looks really good to me. Like if you don't want to overcomplicate skins, you want something simple, something that looks good, but is simple and shiny, you should definitely go for this skin. It is a bit more expensive now due to the update, but I think it is well worth it if you like simplistic skins that look great. Up next, we have the Galil Caution in minimal wear condition for about 30 euros. And of course, I combine it with Caution hand wraps. I know maybe you dislike these gloves and the skin, but come on, you have to admit that it looks really good. Like obviously it's paired perfectly. You can't really match it more perfect than this. And if you're planning to build an inventory around these gloves, this Galil skin is definitely the way to go. It is a bit more expensive, but if you want, you can get it in field tested. It will cost you less for around 25 euros, but it will be more scratched. Now, in this case, I'm expecting the perfect skin, but in minimal wear, it pretty much looks the same with a little bit of scratches. But still, I think this looks good. It's unique. You will never see anyone use it. I guarantee it. There is no way anyone will use this skin, especially the gloves. The gloves maybe, because there are some creative combos, but you should definitely consider this. Again, if you plan to build a full inventory themed around these gloves. Up next, we have the Galil Crimson Tsunami in field tested condition for about 1.5 euros only. And in this case, I paired it with Crimson Weave gloves. Looks absolutely stunning. I never see overall people rarely use Galil skins, but this skin is definitely extremely underrated. And you should consider it if you like skins that have nice art on them. And to be honest, for just 1.5 euros, this is a steal. The skin looks amazing. I wouldn't say it's simple, but it's clean. It's definitely clean. If you like Japanese vibes, this is definitely a go-to. And when paired with these gloves, it looks absolutely stunning. And again, if you're building yourself an inventory themed around such gloves, maybe a red inventory, then this Galil is definitely a way to go. You could go for some other gloves, of course, if you want to pair it more with the blue side where the water is, but I think these gloves are a perfect fit. Up next, we have the Galil Cold Fusion in minimal wear condition for about 8 cents. Take a look at the skin. Nothing too special. If you know about Glock Nuclear Garden, this is pretty much that, but in blue, and the skin is spread out throughout the whole gun. And in this case, I paired it with overprint hand wraps. Looks absolutely stunning in my opinion, when paired with these gloves, that is. And honestly, the skin, there's not much to say here. It's nothing special, but it's cheap, it's extremely cheap, and it looks good. Better to give 8 cents and have a skin than have a default skin, in my opinion. It's definitely not better than the default skin, that is. And if you're building yourself a cyan inventory, I think this is a go-to skin. You can even spare some money by buying an 8-cent skin. Like even if you don't play Galil, you should definitely get this skin. Up next, we have the M4A1-S Solitude in minimal wear condition for about 5 euros. Now I know this skin is from the armory, but hear me out. This skin looks clean, has nice art, nothing too crazy, but it changes depending on the pattern. You can change the combos you want. In this case, I think Lieutenant Commander gloves are a good fit. Doesn't look too bad. Of course, you can go for something else, maybe polygon gloves, but they're a bit too dark in my opinion, and these gloves, Lieutenant Commander gloves, pair nicely with the lighter tones on the skin, at least for this pattern. Again, there are way too many other patterns, so you can choose what you want. And honestly, for €5, it's really not that big of a deal, and the skin looks good. If you like that, like a blue M4A1-S, then you should definitely go for this skin. I never see it in game, which is unusual because it looks good. It doesn't look bad at all, and it is cheap. Up next, we have the M4A1-S Liquidation in filtered condition for about €4, and in this case, I paired it with polygon gloves. Why polygon gloves? Because part where the fingers are, the texture of that part matches almost perfectly with the M4A1-S Liquidation. I couldn't find any better gloves to fit with this. Maybe you have an idea what to do, what other gloves to use, and I think polygon gloves are your best choice. The skin is a bit blue, so even the blue on the polygon gloves fits nicely with the whole color tone, and this skin is extremely underrated. This is pretty much an M4A1-S Slate instead of the AK. Not quite, because Slate is black, but you get the idea. It's almost black, and you can fit any stickers almost on this, so I think it should definitely be used way more. Looks clean, quite simple, but it looks clean. Gives the skin this metallic vibe, like a sleek finish. I don't know how to explain it. In my opinion, that is. It looks absolutely clean, nothing too special about it, and it's just €4, so why not? Why not? Up next, we have the M4A1-S Mud-Spec in battle scar condition for about 50 cents. And in this case, I combined it with convoy gloves. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why battle scarred? Well, because this skin specifically goes into this golden brown when in high float battle scarred. If you did not know, now you know. Now usually when it's like factory new, it's way brighter. It's not covered in mud basically, and in battle scarred it looks way better in my opinion, and you don't even pay that much. 50 cents is nothing, let's be real. If you like a dark brown inventory, maybe like a golden brown, that is, you should definitely go for this skin. Looks absolutely amazing. Now for the gloves, you can go for other gloves, but why I picked the convoys? Because the M4A1-S Mud-Spec has this camo-like pattern on it. That's why I went for the convoys, because they have camo on them as well. Even though the gloves don't match perfectly in terms of color tone, I still went for them because in my opinion it looks better this way. The alternative gloves would be maybe Desert Shamas. I think they're a good choice as well. And yeah, if you like this skin, definitely consider getting it for your brown themed inventory. Up next, we have the Desert Eagle Serpent Strike in minimal wear condition for about €1, and in this case I combined it with Slaughter gloves. I know the gloves are expensive, but they fit the best. Now, an alternative for these gloves maybe would be Crimson Weaves. They look good as well, and to be honest, I never see people use this Deagle skin. I don't know why. It looks good in my opinion. If you want to be creative with it, let's say you have King Snake gloves, which are snake skins gloves, right? So if you're collecting skins that look like snake skin, then this skin is a go-to. I mean, I know probably no one does that, but if you want to be creative with it, this is definitely a way to go. Or let's say you're building a Slaughter themed inventory, and again, this Deagle skin is your perfect fit, and it just costs €1. So let's be real, looks clean. I don't know why people don't like it. To me, it looks absolutely nice, and you should definitely consider it, again, if you're building a Slaughter themed inventory. Up next, we have the Deagle Tilted in field tested condition for about 15 cents with Spearmint gloves. Now, what you see here is what I call a perfect fit. It fits like a glove. The Deagle fits like a glove on those gloves. I mean, not much to say here. It just fits perfectly. The color tone is perfect, matches 1-to-1 with the gloves. Now I know gloves are outrageously expensive compared to the Deagle, but if you have these gloves, then this Deagle is definitely your best choice. Maybe people dislike it. I don't know why. I mean, it looks goofy, looks cheap, but what do you expect for 15 cents? I mean, and even so, the skin is 15 cents and you can find a fit for it with gloves that cost like $2,000. So keep that in mind. It doesn't matter if a skin is cheap if it fits with something. You can always find a place for it. All it takes is to be a little bit creative, and you can find a place for every skin, no matter how ugly or how weird it looks. And lastly, for this video, we have the P250 Verdigris in battle scar condition for around 30 cents. And again, I paired it with jade gloves. Now, why battle scarred? Because in lower float, it looks light brown. It doesn't look this dark, so the green streaks on it don't appear so bright. Very cheap skin. Extremely underrated because you never see it in game. Take a look at it in darkness. Looks a bit better than on the sun, obviously, but in my opinion, looks stunning. For 30 cents, what more do you want? It's a unique skin that turns different when in battle scar condition, plus it looks good actually. It's a perfect fit if you're building a green themed inventory. So those are all of the underrated skins for today. If you enjoyed, consider dropping a like, subscribing, because it helps out truly a lot. And if you have any ideas for future content, make sure you comment it down below and I will make it happen. Mark my words. Also, if you need help with anything skin related, comment down below and I will help you out. And just a heads up, all the prices I took were from CSFloat, but I will also mention that in the description. Hopefully you have an amazing day and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.